Today, we're unboxing the Lenovo IdeaPad 5. 2-in-1. Straight ahead. Hey guys, it's Alex from TECHAERIS, and I'm back with another laptop unboxing, this time of the Lenovo IdeaPad 5 2-in-1. This is a convertible laptop running Qualcomm Snapdragon Plus chip. And we're gonna get to this unboxing and take a look around this guy right now. All right guys, here we are with the Lenovo IdeaPad 5 2-in-1, the 2025 version. This is the one that is running the Qualcomm Snapdragon Plus chip. So this is the little brother to the X Elite chip from Qualcomm. So we're gonna take a look at this and open this guy up now. All right guys, here it is, the Lenovo IdeaPad 5 2-in-1 with the Qualcomm Snapdragon Plus. In the box, you get a charging adapter, of course. I believe this is a 65 watt charging adapter with the USB-C port on that side. And of course, the power cable. Pretty normal stuff here. You also get a Lenovo pen. Because this is a convertible 2-in-1, you will be able to use a pen on it, a stylus. And this does come with a battery, and I already put it in here, so that's all good to go. And you also get a pen holder. And this guy here is going to clip into one of your ports on the side and hold your pen if you need it to do that. All right, here's the laptop itself. Very familiar design with the Lenovo branding here, and just the basic look of the Lenovo's that has been kind of the norm since 24, since the beginning of last year, maybe even 23, but very familiar. Has the hinges here in the back to flip it over to be a convertible. Not much going on here. Has that Luna Gray color. That's kind of been the go-to for Lenovo lately, is Luna Gray. All right, on the back here we have the fans and the venting here for cooling, of course, and then we have your typical Lenovo feet at the top, and at the bottom one long foot. And they're very nice and robust, and they will hold your laptop on the table. Now for ports, we have an HDMI port, two Thunderbolt 4 ports, and I believe those are 4, and a headphone jack on the left side here. And then we'll flip it over to the right side, and you get 2 USB-A ports, a micro SD card slot, and the power button. And they have learned their lesson. This is actually recessed. The power button is actually recessed this time. It's not sticking out, so less chance of people hitting this. I never had that problem, but I know a lot of people have had the problem with Lenovo laptops with this button sticking out and protruding, that they pick it up and accidentally push that. All right, let's open this guy up and see what we got underneath. Here we got some paperwork. And first thing you see here is your trackpad, and this is the diving board trackpad. And it feels okay. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it feels nice, it's good. And then you have that smiley face Lenovo keyboard, which is typical Lenovo. And then here you see it's branded with the Snapdragon X Plus, and that is the chip that's running in here. And you also have Dolby Atmos speakers here on the left and the right. So upward firing speakers, pretty nice. And it looks like you get a fingerprint scanner right there. And of course you got the Copilot key right here. And yeah, and that's it. And the party trick this has, if you're not familiar with 2-in-1s, is that it does turn into a tablet. So you can use this in tablet mode, or you can use it in tent mode. All the modes you can think of. So let's power this on and see what that display looks like. All right guys, here's the display. I have it around 20%, 25% brightness right now. The laptop is not set up yet, but I just wanted to kind of show you this display. It is a WUXGA 1920 by 1200 OLED display, which is really nice, 14-inch. It's a 60 hertz panel, so if you're looking for anything more than 60 hertz, you're not going to get it here. We'll turn the brightness up real quick so you can see the how bright it can go. It might blow out the camera a little bit, but we'll do that anyway. Oh, so there's your full brightness. It actually has a pretty good brightness. I would say it's not bad at all. Let's bring it back down. And up here you have a 1080p webcam. And we do have that. That is blocked off with tape, but it's just to show you where the webcam button is to shut the webcam off. So that is a nice feature. Most of these laptops will carry that feature these days. Let me go ahead and run some B-roll here, and then we'll talk about the specs on this particular laptop. All right, guys, let's get into the specs of the IdeaPad 5. 2-in-1, 14-inch with the Snapdragon, Qualcomm Snapdragon Plus chip inside. This particular SKU is available at Best Buy. This is a Best Buy SKU. This is not available on Lenovo's site, though you can get other configurations on Lenovo's site and build your own on their site. But this one is exclusive to Best Buy, so make sure that you hit the link down below to order your IdeaPad 5 2-in-1 on Best Buy's website. I will have a affiliate link down there. All my links down below, at least most of them, are usually affiliate links, so I appreciate you guys using those when you can. It does help the channel and helps my website, so thank you so much. So let's get into the specs. Of course, I just mentioned several times already, this is running the Snapdragon X Plus X1P-42-100 processor running at 3.4 gigahertz. It is running Windows 11, and of course it's a 64-bit ARM chip, so we are not talking a x86 platform here. This is the ARM platform. So you should take that into consideration, because there may be some programs that you can't use on ARM. But to my knowledge, I think if you're just a mainstream user, you're not doing anything special, you should be able to use this laptop without any issue at all. But keep that in mind that some programs may not run on ARM. All right, we have an integrated Qualcomm Adreno GPU for the graphics on board this guy here, and you get 16 gigs of LPDDR5X RAM soldered on. This is not upgradable. The storage, it comes in at 512 gigabytes. It's an M.2 2242 PCIe Gen 4 SSD. So that is what you get for storage on this particular SKU, which is priced at $859.99, which is not a bad price at all. But you can upgrade to 1 terabyte. The display is a 14-inch WUXGA 1920 by 1200 display. It is an OLED display, which really surprised me. And it is a touch display, and of course because it comes with a pen. And it does have some glare to it. You probably saw that you're going to see that in some of the B-roll, and you saw that when we first powered it up. Quite a bit of glare on there, but you know, this is a lower end, not a lower end, it's a mid-range laptop really, and upper at the higher end of the mid-range. But you know, it's to be expected. You can't get everything that you want from a laptop at this price. So 400 nits. It has plenty of brightness. It was very bright in there. It has a 60 hertz panel, which is, you know, pretty much normal. This is the low end. You're not, you know, if you want to do gaming and stuff, it's probably not the laptop for you, though you could probably do some gaming on it. Though with the ARM chip, some games will not run properly, so you should keep that in mind as well. But 60 hertz refresh rate, so you don't get a 90 or a 120 here. And the camera is a 1080p Full HD RGB with dual microphone and privacy shutter. And this lists the pen as none, but this particular SKU came with the pen, so that's probably an option. So make sure that you check that option if you want a pen included in the box. It does come with a fingerprint reader, which is nice. So having that is pretty great to have if you don't want to do Windows Hello. The keyboard is backlit, and earlier I said it was Luna Gray, but this one's called Storm Gray, very close to the Luna Gray, probably a little lighter colored than the Luna Gray. Wi-Fi 7 on here, 2x2 BE 320 megahertz, and Bluetooth 5.4. You do get a 1-year courier or carry-in warranty. Well, wait a minute. It is Luna Gray. So the color is Luna Gray. The keyboard color is Storm Gray. So that's where the confusion is. All right. Slim, sturdy, and ready. It is MIL STD 810H standard. And we have USB-C, USB-A. I was actually surprised at the number of ports on here. I mean, you get 2 USB-C ports, Thunderbolt ports, 2 USB-A ports, an HDMI port, and a micro SD card slot reader. That's pretty good for this this range of laptop. It is rather thick, though, so you do have to keep that in mind. You do have Dolby Audio and 2 speakers, and it looks like they're up-firing speakers. I have, we'll test that once we get working with this laptop. And of course, the 2 USB-C ports are USB 10 gigabits per second with power delivery 3.0 and DisplayPort 1.4. So no Thunderbolt here. At least that's not what it says. The HDMI port is a 2.1 and sports resolution up to 4K at 30 Hz. And your 2 USB-A ports are 5 gigabits per second, always on, and of course you get that micro SD card slot. The weight starts at 3.28 pounds, and the optional pen is called the Base Pen 3.0. When I was filming the unboxing, I had a thought when I came to do the voiceover for the specs. I really wanted to show you guys the X9 and the X1 Carbon Gen 13 and the Slim 7i next to the IdeaPad 5X 2-in-1. That is actually pretty cool, so let's roll that now. All right, guys, I thought it might be fun to take a look at the IdeaPad 5 2-in-1 against, it's not a fair comparison, but I thought I'd bring out the ThinkPad X9 14 and the Lenovo Slim 7i and kind of compare them. They are all 14-inch laptops, and you kind of get an idea here of the difference in size. These are both 14-inch displays. And as you can see, especially here over the top here, you can see how much shorter the ThinkPad X9 14 is compared to the IdeaPad 5 2-in-1. And then if I flip them over this way, you can see the difference in thinness. So that kind of gives you an idea of just how thin that X9 is compared to something like the IdeaPad 5. Let me bring the Lenovo Slim 7i over as well, because this is another one that you might be considering, especially alongside the IdeaPad 5. My preference would be the Slim 7i if you could afford the slightly more expensive laptop. But again, this one's thinner, shorter as compared to the IdeaPad 5. Not as short as the X9, but in thinness, it is also thinner than the IdeaPad 5. So that's a kind of a neat comparison. Not everybody can do this, and I'm happy to have done that right now. But let me bring one other contender in here. Not contender, because this is really, really like way out of the price range of this IdeaPad 5. And this is the Carbon, the X1 Carbon, ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 13. And again, very similar to the X9, it is much shorter this way. And in thinness, it's not as thin as the X9, but it is lighter than the X9 due to the material used to build. But it's definitely thinner than the IdeaPad 5 2-in-1. So that is just a quick comparison. I know that you all that are looking at the IdeaPad 5 2-in-1 are probably not going to be interested in the X9 or the X1 Carbon because they are quite a bit more expensive. But if you are considering the IdeaPad 5 2-in-1 and you don't need the 2-in-1 features, the Slim 7i is a great choice, and that would be my overall pick if you're in this budget range for the IdeaPad 5 2-in-1. All right, guys, that has been the IdeaPad 5X 2-in-1 14-inch with the Qualcomm Snapdragon Plus chip inside. I know that various times throughout this video, I called it the IdeaPad 5. I neglected to include the X in there, but this is the IdeaPad 5X, and I will make sure that I correct that in the comments or in the description, as well as in the title, and I will also have that at the beginning of the video to let you all know that I screwed that up. My bad. At any rate, that is it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment below. If you're not a member, you can join the members group and we can create a community here. I'm shooting to do that. I am getting close to 2,500 subs. Thanks so much for that. So make sure that you do all the things, please, that the algorithm wants us to do and likes you to do. And it's very helpful to me. I appreciate everyone that watches and takes the time to comment and like and do all the things that YouTube enjoys you guys doing, as do I. So I hope you guys have had a great start of this week. Please take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we will talk to you on the other side.